What's with all these revolution fantasies on TikTok? All these folks somehow believe that if Trump destroys the old system, a better new system will magically emerge. Do I really have to remind you how many times in human history a con man makes a bad system even worse? First, let me tell you why I'm so annoyed by these comments. These fantasy talks are excusing people from voting. Look at this. This person is basically saying that if you vote for the Democrats, you are delaying the Enlightenment. What the fuck? I don't know if they have the intention of voter suppression, but that's the logical consequence from these words. They claim that a bad government can help inspire a better system. So bad is good. And if you vote against the bad, you're voting against the future good. Let me ask you this. When was the last time you saw a successful revolution that fundamentally changed a country's system? Just give me some examples, especially in large countries. I'll wait. Syria did have a pretty big revolution last year, but do you know how bad their previous government had to be in order for that to happen? So the Assad government killed at least 500,000, sometimes just by dropping sarin gas from the sky. But even with a brutal government like that, the rebellion almost lost until Turkey and maybe some other countries gave it a push. And of course, the conflict is still far from over after the regime change. And God knows what the new government is going to do. So what makes you think you can pull off a revolution in the United States? Even George fucking Washington wouldn't have had the slightest chance if the French monarch hadn't bankrolled him. Now tell me, which country is going to send you weapons and gold this time? So with the US government of this size, with Donald controlling all branches of law enforcement and in the process reshuffling the military, oh, and by the way, he just took control of the DC police. So how do you plan to win a revolution? Like, what's your roadmap? Which facility are you going to occupy first? Fox News? Revolutions require leaders. Where do you find your leaders? Just by comparing follower counts on TikTok? And who's going to write the new constitution? And of course, the elephant in the room. What are you going to put in the new constitution? Which system are you going to use as a template? Please don't tell me the Soviet Union. That would give me a heart attack. Oh, by the way, Putin has been drafting his own people into a certain death for 3 years now. Do you see any sign of a revolution in Russia? Nope. On the contrary, his lapdog Donald is helping him scam even more territories. So dictatorships can be super stubborn, guys. They don't crumble as easy as you think. If you give them even a little break, they're gonna consolidate themselves and fuck you up harder than ever before. So many young folks are like, oh, I'm so smart. I know the whole US system is bad to the core. Wow, bravo. I'm proud of you. But do you know what system is good? Knowing which one is bad is easy. They're all bad in case you haven't noticed. The hard part is not knowing what's bad, but finding out what's good. So how do you plan to do that? If you really want change, here's my advice. Vote in every election you can find. General elections, primaries, city councils, school boards, referendums. Just stuff as many good people as you can into the government. It will be an excruciatingly long process, but sorry, there's no shortcut. Stop being delusional.